how will your experience selling refinery equipment translate to our smaller scale here?
You don't work in sales, do you?
Human resources.
You see, I sit across from a man. I see his face. I see his eyes. Now, does it matter if he wants $100 of paper or $100 million of deep-sea drilling equipment? Don't be a fool. He wants respect. He wants love. He wants to be younger. He wants to be attractive. There is no such thing as a product. Don't ever think there is. There is only sex. Everything is sex. Do you understand that what I'm telling you is a universal truth, Toby?
Yes. Okay, I'm almost a little concerned that you might be overqualified for the position. Do you think that you are?
Do I look like someone who would waste my own time?
No.
You are a man of great confidence. Could you speak a little more to that? And what the role of confidence would be in a dialogue with a subordinate?
Will you be heard? Will you have a voice? Will I steamroll over you? Do you feel heard right now, Jim? Do you have a voice right now? You can answer me.
Yes.
That was your choice, not mine. The fallacy is that it is up to the steamroller. It is up to the object whether it will be flattened or not. And I can tell just from the small interaction we've had already, you won't be flattened by anybody. Do you agree with me, Jim?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Andy, why don't you tell us about the best erection of your life? Or does anyone else have any remarkable erections they'd like to share? Oh, I've never believed willpower was very important in a woman. Pam, when's the last time you lived so intensely that your brain literally couldn't hold the memories in? I pictured myself here every night eating a leg of mutton, the juices dripping down my bare chest, wiping my fingers on the walls.
I am a little busy.
Yes, of course. Why don't you list the things that would keep you from helping me?
Yeah, I can make you a list.
Let's do it now. What's number one?
Why don't I help you now?
Now then, how are we today?
Fine.
Great.
Just fine, Kelly? Everything all right?
Mm-hmm.
You feeling fulfilled in your life?
I guess.
You guess? So there is something you want that you do not have?
Try not to think about it.
Because it's too terrifying to imagine. Now we're cooking. Jim, I told Andy to come in, and yet he is still not in. By contrast, Nellie Bertram saw a vacuum and filled it, to make no mention of her business experience or her relationship with Joe Bennett, my boss.
Yes.
Jim, would you prefer a nature metaphor or a sexual metaphor?
Oh God, nature, please.
When two animals are having sex, one of them is communicating a message to the other. Nothing is mutual. This isn't very helpful. You're going to want to hear the sexual metaphor.
Was that not the...
All life is sex, and all sex is competition.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no rules to that game. That wasn't so perverted now, was it?
Was that it? No, that wasn't bad.
My point is, there is one person in charge of every office in America, and that person is Charles Darwin. In the end, doesn't he decide who the manager is?
No. I would have said no.
When I was a boy, there was an empty house just up the hill from my family's. It was rumored a man committed suicide there after being possessed by the devil. One day, a young woman, Lydia, moved into the house with her infant child. That very night, Lydia was awakened by a loud, heinous hissing sound. She walked to the nursery, and there in baby's crib was a snake wrapped around baby's neck, squeezing tighter and tighter.
Oh, my goodness.
The crib was full of dirt. Baby struggled to free itself from underneath, reaching and clawing, gasping for air. Embalmed bodies rose from their sarcophagi, lurching toward baby. For they were mummies.
No.
Amongst them was a man, tall, slim.
Jim.
Almost instinctively, she turned to her husband. Oh, wait, she thought. I don't have a husband. For Lydia and her husband had had an argument, one they couldn't get past. Each night they slept 1 inch farther apart until one night Lydia left. It was about this time she lost herself in imaginary worlds. She had quit the book club, the choir, citing something about their high expectations. Her lips slowly grew together from disuse. Every time she wanted to act and didn't, another part of her face hardened until it was stone. And that fevered night, she rushed to the nursery, threw open the door. Baby, are you okay? Baby sat up slowly, turned to Mother, and said, I'm fine, bitch. I'm fine.